I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, the bike is up on the stand. That is because recently I was doing a wheelie in a field at the final Mineral Beach car cruise, and when I came back down, there just happened to be a 12 inch tall steel bar just sitting in that field. Long story short, I went right over that steel bar and I almost flew off the bike, but somehow I managed to hold on. It was pretty crazy, and my tires did not survive. Both the front and rear tires have big gashes in them, and I'm sure tubes are blown as well because they no longer hold air. Ready to change the tires. The front tire was the stock one, it's beat anyway, and the rear one still had a little bit of life left in it. I just changed it not too long ago. It's the Kenda Trackmaster, but today I actually have the Tusk Dsport tires, so let's go ahead and get these old tires off, and we're going to test out the Tusk Dsport tires in this video, see how they hold up. Well, let me just say, these tires look amazing. Big rubber block tread, the nice rubber to the road ratio, so it should be a decent dual sport tire. You know, it seems like it'll be good off-road too because the gaps in between the knobs are really big. The front one has a little bit offset of a tread pattern. These are directional tires, as you can see, so we want to make sure we get it going the right way here when we install them. The rear looks like it's non-directional. Sizes for the rear are 120 over 90 by 18, and the front tire is 90 over 90 by 21. Some people in the reviews said that these are kind of hard to install because they're really stiff. Well, we'll find out. We'll walk you all through it today. Let's get into it. Step one to changing tires is just to get them out in the sun while you're taking the old ones off, and just let the sun soften up that rubber a little bit.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle out, hustle.
I got both the old tires off, and here is the damage. As you saw, the sidewall tear on the rear tire, it goes all the way through. You can see that from the inside. And then the tube, well, I tried to blow it up as much as I can. Two little marks. It's like a pinch flat, I guess. I don't know how that happened, but two identical little marks. And then the front tire, as you saw, big old gash on the tread of this one. You can also see that from the inside. The same exact thing on the front tube. Two little slits, identical slits.
The KLX300 does not come stock with rim locks for some reason, so I picked some Motion Pro ones up. For the rear, we've got a 2.15, and the front, we've got a 1.6. And then I picked up some fresh tubes as well. I'll have links to all this stuff in the description or up top. I got it on Amazon. First, I'm going to start by inflating these tubes slightly, and then let's get it all mounted up. Even though this bike does not come with rim locks, the wheels come with holes pre-drilled for a rim lock. There's just a little rubber plug in there. So I pull those out, and then we can go ahead and install the rim locks and the wheels. And the rim strip goes over top of the rim lock. And then the washer on the rim lock bolt, and then the nut, but leave that all the way in the bottom, so that'll make it a lot easier to mount the tire. The first nut is supposed to stay on the tube and stay inside the wheel. The second nut, we take that off because that's going to go outside of the wheel. And I inflate these tubes up just a little bit, just so they hold their shape, nothing more than this. Starting with the rear, I'm going to go ahead and put the tube inside the tire, and you can see there's a little yellow dot on the tire. That marks the light side. That's where I put the valve stem at. Next, I'm going to lube up the whole tire with some soapy water that I put in a spray bottle. Then I grab the wheel, put the valve stem through the hole in the wheel, and then start the nut on the valve stem, but leave it pretty loose for now.
A little more soapy water just to make sure everything's nice and slippery. Now I'm going to start working the bottom side of the tire onto the rim using my Tusk curved tire irons. That makes this job a lot easier. There we go. Alright, tire's halfway on. The rim, you can see this side is seated. Now we just got to get it up over the rim lock. First, some more soapy water. And now I'm going to use 2 of these smaller tire spoons. Get them up on each side of the rim lock. Inside the bead of the tire. Up and over. Then push the rim lock in. Take the spoons out. There we go. Rim lock is seated. Now we're going to flip the tire over. And now all we have to do is get this bead of the tire inside this side of the rim. Should be easy. Yep, I just pinched the tube. Yep. Just pinched the tube.
I tried patching the tube that I pinched, but it started leaking again, so I just gave up on the rear one for now and moved on to the front tire.
To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah.
Alright. Front one is on there.
I didn't pinch the tube, it holds air, so I went ahead and tightened down the nuts for the valve stem and the rim lock. Got it nice and tight.
Day 2 of changing my tires. New tube. And some spoke weights for balancing them. Nice. Maybe I had too much air in the tube the first time around, so this time I'm just going to put a little bit less air in it. Maybe just like that this time. This one is definitely not as big too. It feels like more slim, so that should help. Alright, round 2. Tires heated up.
Slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, said no, man, I still go. Go, go, go.
A trick that I learned to prevent pinching tubes is to use the tire spoon backwards, like this, because I found that that sharp edge with the hook is usually what catches the tube. So if you use it backwards, it definitely is a little harder and it slips out more. But you're way less likely to pinch a tube doing it that way. And just take little bites. No need to take big bites. You know, this isn't a hot dog eating competition. We're changing a tire. One more bite and we'll have it. Alright. We got the tire mounted. But the question is, did I pinch the tube in the process? Seems to be holding air. We're up to 10 psi. Okay, 20 psi. It's about as high as I need to go. Tighten down the valve stem and the rim lock. Alright, there we go. Nice and tight. Think we got it that time, boys. Now we just got to balance it. I don't have one of these fancy balancing rigs. What I do have is a bench vise and the axle. So what I do, take the axle, chock it up in the vise with the big end on, tighten it up. Take your wheel, stick it onto the axle. Make sure the axle is level. Then give it a spin. Wherever it lands on the bottom, that will be the heaviest point. As expected, heavy side is the rim lock and valve stem side. So we're going to add some weights to counteract that on the other side of the wheel. Yeah, it's just seesawing between the rim lock and the weights I added, so if it lands with them at the 3 and 6 o'clock position, then that tells me that we're pretty balanced. Yep, almost perfectly 3 and 6 o'clock positions. Ballistic tip. That was definitely a little bit tricky, but we got it. Rear axle nut should be torqued to 81 foot-pounds. Nice. We'll put this little guy back in. Good time to lube up my chain a bit. Nice. $65 foot-pounds for the front axle nut. 15 foot-pounds for the clamp bolts. Nice. Nice. 65 foot-pounds for the front axle nut. Nice. I can finally let her back down on around 2 feet. Alright, we're all done with the new tires. Ready to test them out. Man, is it just me or does the bike feel taller now? There we go. Gotta love fuel injection. Always starts up. These tires are actually a little bit wider. Well, the rear one, wow, it feels weird. So the rear tire is, the old one I pulled off was a 100/90. And this new one's a 120/90, so it's wider. Should give me better traction off-road, but I might sacrifice some cornering, turning abilities. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what to expect. Bike feels super nimble, and it just feels like, it feels good. I don't know. I'm liking it so far. It's feeling good. I don't have any complaints on the road. But we got to get her up to speed, and then we'll see if my opinion changes. And then after that, we're gonna do the off-road test. Whenever I put my Kenda Trackmaster on, which is the last tire I had on this bike on the rear, I noticed that it felt super weird when I was wheeling. Let's see what this one feels like doing wheelies. Feels totally fine. None of that wonkiness that the Trackmaster had. I definitely like these tires better than the stock ones for one, and the Trackmaster. Also, I don't hear any like road noise. Like the Trackmaster I had just buzzed so loud on the road. Down this hill and see how I did on the balancing and see if these tires make any noise. Well, just hit 80 miles an hour almost, and I still heard no tire noise, and it really didn't feel that shaky. Okay, now off-road time. Yeah, tight cornering did feel a bit wonky there. We're on the off-road test now. Wow. Wow, it hooks. Usually on this old slag, these loose rocks, it would always spin out. Oh, someone here, two-stroke. What's up, man?
What's up?
Not too much. I just put some new tires on. I'm testing them out.
Oh shoot, that's sick.
Yeah.
It's a cool bike.
Thank you. It's a KLX300.
Oh shit.
Is that a 125?
Yeah.
That thing sounded mint coming up that hill.
Did you hit any hills?
I can hit these a little bit. Last time with my old tires, I didn't make it. I made it like almost all the way and then started spinning.
Yeah.
But I think these ones will have no problem. I'm gonna try it out. Man, they hook up. Man, I have not felt these tires slip once yet. But let's go up this hill climb and then we'll see. Oh yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That was easy with these new tires. I never used to be able to wheelie on this stuff either. Once I dumped the clutch, the back tire usually would just start spinning. Now I can actually wheelie on it. Yeah. All right, seems like a good place to end the video, guys. I so far love these tires. I had them up to 80 and I had them up hill climbs. And they did amazing. They feel great, way better than the stock ones. Give these Tusk Dsports a try, guys. And let me know what you think of them in the comments down below. I'll see you next time. Peace out.